Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Emma, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Emma's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we're working with her, and also the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Miss Emma has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Emma is seated very nicely at Fred's left-hand side, and this is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to go ahead and demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Emma take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to use is Emma heel, and you're going to simply start walking. Don't wait for her to start walking, just give her the command and take off, and she should follow in line nicely, heeling at about your left heel position. She should not be lunging ahead and pulling you on that leash, nor should she be lagging behind so that you have to pull her on the leash. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit. And there's an example right there. So anytime you're out walking with her and you stop, she should sit nicely right there at your left heel position. The next command that they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and voice command. Stay. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay. Then walk out to the end of your training leash. Now this command you want to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up Emma's ability to sit stay for longer periods of time. When you're practicing at home, start at about 1 minute and increase your intervals going up and working to 3 minutes. Again, she should remain seated in this position throughout the entire command. She should not get up. Now Fred's going to return back to heel position by walking all the way around and behind her. There's an added distraction. He returns to heel position. She did a fabulous job remaining seated. Fred gave her a little pet there. It is important that when you're working her through her commands, use lots of praise and positive reinforcement to let her know she's working hard and doing a good job. There's an example of your automatic sit. Fred leaves her on another sit stay. He's going to let her sit and stay for a couple seconds, and then they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command, where you will use her name to call her in. Come on, come. She should come in and sit in front of you. Very nice. And then return her to heel position, heeling her around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side, where, again, she should sit nicely, waiting for her next command, and she's ready to go. Okay. So they're going to go ahead and demonstrate that again. Leave her in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of your training leash. Use her name to call her in. Come on, come. Use your leash to guide her directly in front of you if need be. Good job. She sits nicely. Around the back. Left hand side. Sitting nicely. Great job. Now when Emma comes home, you want to make sure that you're practicing your commands both indoors as well as outdoors. At first you want to pick a nice quiet location where there's no distractions, such as you see at the facility here, nice and quiet. And then over time, once you get a better feel for working her through her commands, you'll slowly increase the amount of distractions in your training sessions. You also want to make sure that you are working her throughout the day and generalizing her commands. Now the next commands that they are going to demonstrate for you are the down commands, and the first is down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command and walk out to the end of the leash. Same with your sit stay. With the down stay, she should remain laying down throughout the entire command. Again, practice this one frequently throughout your day to help build up her ability to down stay for longer periods of time. And with the long down stay, it's 3 minutes, increasing your intervals, working up to 5 minutes. Fred returns back, walking all the way around. Great job, Miss Emma. I also want to remind you that when Emma comes home, and like I said, you want to be generalizing your commands throughout the day and using them, but you also want to set aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day for the first couple of weeks that Emma comes home to practice your commands in a formal obedience session such as this video here. It will help you get a good feel for the commands and help with the transition back into the home. It's going to demonstrate the down command again.
Stay.
And after he lets her hold it for a little bit, they will demonstrate the recall from the down position.
Emma, come. Good girl.
She comes up, gets up and comes right into Fred. Good girl.
Emma, heel. Emma.
So Fred and Emma are healing into position for our last command, which is the second down command. It's a down from a distance. And for this command, you're going to leave her in a sit-stay, walk out to the end of your training leash, and give the down command with your right hand from the end of the leash.
Down. Stay.
Now we've built up Emma's ability to downstay and complete her commands while dropping the leash. This would be the next step in your training. But again, you want to start with your basic leash and collar training. She needs to be completing all of her commands with distractions around her before you advance her to dropping the leash. Good girl. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Miss Emma has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Emma, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.